to Q's Couch Talk. I'm your host, Kaya. And in these podcasts, we'll be talking about business, entrepreneurship, and self-growth. Today's podcast is kind of more about me. Why am I qualified to even talk about this? Who am I and who is my audience? First, I'm going to talk about how I got to this point in my life. Entrepreneurship has always been a huge part of my life. First with working in my father's food trucks all over DC, Baltimore, and Virginia. And then also seeing my grandfather build sheds and decks in the Virginia area. I always had this love for entrepreneurship and business. Some people know their passion. People know like what they're here for, and I know that I'm honestly here for business. To persuade people, like I feel like I have a great ability of persuading. And that's all that business is, persuading somebody to think that they need what they really probably don't even need. And I can go even further in my lineage with my grandmother's father. He was a farm owner where he grew tobacco, and some white supremacy group burned down his tobacco and killed him. So there might even be more business before that I don't know of, but I know that I'm continuing that lineage. I'm continuing this business family per se. Stop! So that's enough about my family's past. I started business when, honestly, I was in the 4th grade selling snacks that my mom gave me for school. And until she found out that I was doing that, but when she did find out, she noticed that I have an entrepreneur mindset. Like I does this for real, not for fake type. And so she would buy me snacks and candy, stuff like that, to sell at school, make money off of. And I was doing that middle school. I don't remember how I was doing it in 9th grade, but I know I might have been doing it in 9th grade as well. I was still in that private school, selling to the teachers, selling to students. Obviously, like I was that gal. Like I had some good candy too. Not even to like, you know what I mean? I'm not even gonna lie. After I did it, a couple other people did it too. I'm like, okay, I'm a trendsetter, but like, I love it. I really got into business during COVID. I was 17 years old. I noticed that everybody was starting business. Everyone wanted to have a lip gloss business, a lash business, cosmetics, stuff like that. I even tried to start my own with shea butter. I did lip glosses as well, lashes, all that. Until I figured out if everyone is selling lip gloss and cosmetics, right? First of all, it's not a niche down market at all. And second, somebody has to make money for supplying the things that these cosmetic businesses needed. And at that same time, Amazon was not like shipping out in one day. I knew that Amazon wasn't going to be my competitor. I then decided to be a wholesaler for small cosmetic businesses. Well, not small, but any cosmetic business that would need tubes, coloring, flavoring, containers, packaging. I did rose petals for like if you want to do like a scrub with like rose petals in it. I did essential oils. I did it all. Like if you needed something for your business, I pretty much had it. There was a lot of money in the economy. So when I say how much I made over 5 figures in my first 3 months. So there was a lot of money in the economy. I don't know if I were to start this business today, would I get the same outcome? I don't do the business now just because honestly, like if I were to start, I know I would get orders, but it's just I don't have the time, I don't have a printer. And it's like it's not excuses, it's kind of I really just don't have the ability to ship out these orders. So I didn't really want to keep, like I did try for my freshman year and I would have orders that were supposed to go out like 3 months ago. And it's like, I'm not trying to do that again, you know what I mean? I'll find something that takes less time, takes less space because I would have to keep all my stuff, especially when I went to college, I had to keep everything in my room. When I was at home, I had like an office space, so that was a lot easier. But now it's all in my room, and I can't. Like, it was just a lot of stuff. But it was a great market to be in because a lot of people were starting businesses. So that's where I started my first business. That was about 4 years ago, like 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. Yeah, I started it in June actually. I was able to travel off of it. It was cool. Like, I was able to travel. I was able to ship orders. That's enough about the entrepreneurship side and what I've done. I still have a couple of businesses in mind that I do want to start soon. So that's pretty much it about the entrepreneurship side. Now, the self growth. Honestly, I believe you need to grow in yourself and learn yourself to even get into business. Like, you can obviously start a business with like your whole life is a mess, but learning to actually save your money, learning to invest your money, learning to do the right things with your money, it takes a lot of work and learning yourself to do things like that. And I'm not gonna lie, when I was 17, I was just spending it. Like, I didn't care. I don't have any bills. I didn't have to go to school or anything. So I didn't need clothes, but I was buying clothes. I didn't go outside, but I was buying shoes. I mean, I didn't go outside. Yeah, because even when I was traveling, like, it's like I'm traveling, but I'm staying there. I was staying there for a minute. And it's like COVID was still happening. So, like, I really couldn't go to no malls. You can't go outside. You know what I mean? I was just buying unnecessary things. Very unnecessary. And it's like, on top of that, I was getting a stimulus check. So I do regret. I regret everything I did with that money. Because I really, if I had invested it, I would have been like, I wouldn't need to be in college right now. I wouldn't even need to do this podcast. But like, I want to. But I wouldn't need to. Self growth. You need to learn yourself and just learn about yourself, learning your ancestry, because learning what may have triggered your mom or grandma can trickle down to you. You know what I mean? So just learning everything about you, your past, and how you make your future. I have been in therapy since I was in the 7th grade. Well, in and out of therapy since the 7th grade. I'm not gonna lie, I was just that bad kid in school. Like, when kids need attention, they act out. You know what I mean? So I feel like that was my case. I just wanted some attention as a kid. I feel like I didn't get a lot of attention from my parents, from anything, so I just kind of acted out. So my mother put me in therapy because she thought I was like probably schizophrenic or something. But I had to. She had left my therapy. My therapist had like quit like after like a month of me seeing. I hadn't gone back until honestly last summer. But I still do believe that the therapy that I got then and the therapy that I'm getting now are a huge part of my life. Honestly, I was just a hurt child, honestly. So that therapy is healing my inner child, and I'm able to do a lot more because I don't feel like I'm a captured child in this body. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I want this platform to be for one, the Black community. I'm not trying to be prejudiced, but it's like sometimes I relate to like so it's for the Black community. But if you're not Black, like, obviously you can listen to it and you can watch it, and like I would love to hear your comments, but that's just my target audience. I love to talk about controversial topics. I love to say things that other people are not gonna say, because if no one's gonna say it, like, I'm gonna say it. What? Like, duh. Because at the end of the day, it needs to be said, and we all thinking it. So, like, we can all just be controversial together. Like, ask your controversial questions. Like, I will mention it and I will answer the question for real. Like, that's serious. I like to get under people's skin, but like, why is it getting under your skin for real? You know what I mean? I just want to know. Like, I like people's mind. I like understanding the mind, people's mind. My friend, oh, I love them, but they love to talk as well, and I just want to hear their opinions. I want everyone to hear their opinions because they are so strong-minded, and I love that so much. I love to hear a Black person's voice. So this is a platform for them. This is a platform not only for me and for the audience, but for my friends who can come here and talk about their controversial topics or opinions that they may not have the audience to tell, you know what I mean? Because they're all very smart, very educated. We all in college. We all get into that degree. So, like, they're very educated, and I just want to give them that platform to get what they got off their chest. You know what I mean? Oh, I forgot I got this. Get it off their chest, you know? And if you would like to be on this podcast, I would love for you to be on this podcast, actually. So if you are a watcher and you're like, I want to be on her podcast, like, text me for real. My Instagram in the bio. So, like, for real, like, I love to talk. I could talk forever. That's why I really made the podcast, because I can talk forever, and I'm tired of talking in the mirror. Like, why not talk to a camera? Like, what? So people can actually reply. I also want this podcast to be an outlet. Like, again, they can feel like they can just say whatever without being judged. I don't want nobody on this podcast judging, because we don't judge. We hear them and we understand them from their point of view, but we don't judge because everybody has different stories. Why the fuck is this shit zoomed in? What the fuck is this? I tell you that the sky is purple because I'm colorblind in the eye. Not both eyes, but in one. You'll be like, no, it's not. It's blue. But it's like we have different points of view. You know what I mean? And by the way, I just like rewatched the video a little bit, and the mic quality sounded like I was talking into a toaster. So I'm gonna have to see what works. I don't have a problem holding it though. So y'all, I got my notes right here because like one thing about me is I can go on a tangent, and like this will help me stay focused. I don't need this video being like an hour long because it really will. And then my last point was some people don't have money for therapy. You know what I mean? And some people still have those questions where they're like I can't give you therapy answers, but I can give you something similar. You know what I mean? Like maybe questions that I've asked my therapist that, you know, could benefit you guys, or you had that question and I asked my therapist the same question. You know, I can give you that advice. I can give you that input. Yeah, I'm just here to help. Just want to help everyone. That's my problem. I want to help everyone. But this is fun to me. This is really fun. So I really do hope you guys enjoyed this first little video. And if you have any questions that you would like me to answer, comment them because I would love to answer your questions. And I want y'all to know what time it is. It is 12 o'clock in the morning. And I just got off of work, working like a 10-hour shift. I literally just got off at 11 o'clock. So I hope y'all know that I'm dedicated to this. And I want you to really comment because, like, why not? But I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in my next video. BQ out. Fuck you talking about, dumbass niggas. Can't take that dick, wait your turn. And I ain't smoking